Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak, where last episode, with the rest of Arkride Solutions having joined Van in the seedy underbelly of Edith, we gave them a tour of the Blacklight District in our customary sweep, even being accosted once more by some foolish muggers. On returning to the surface, we were met by Prince Sherid and Kincaid, who have something to discuss with us. So spacious in here. This here is an Etoile stretch limo, right? Hell of a luxury. Right smooth as a baby's ass, too. Still room to move up in the world, huh? Suspension systems in a luxury vehicle like this versus my pickup are built for totally different things. Speaking of, I take it you like the part I sent you. I got it on special order to ensure it didn't clash with the aesthetic of your truck. Like undersells it. It's a thing of beauty. Even if that ulterior motive behind sending it wasn't just in my head. Still, I'm glad you're both looking well. Thank you. My apologies again for all the trouble we caused you. We weren't expecting to see you all again so soon either. But we were already here for a visit with the President, so the timing happened to line up. What? Oh, that Gramhart guy. Didn't see anything about a meeting on the news. Some kind of secret talks. You didn't concern yourself with details that are on a need-to-know basis. Well, we are living in crazy times. No doubt there's plenty for our leaders to be talking about. Much as it bugs me that you've clearly got something besides that you want to dump on us. Oh? I think I see what's going on now.
I'm sure you do. We invited you here in the hopes of hiring you. This is a joint request from Elsheim and the CID.
That's quite the pair. I'm committing to nothing, but keep going.
The short of it is, we'd like you to go on another trip for us. To the home of the Verne Company, the city of Basel in the southwest.
That's Calvard's biggest ornament manufacturer, isn't it? It sounds like a big one.
If you could take a look at the screen.
Basel is an industrial city that is home to both the Verne Group's HQ and the Basel Institute of Science. Its artisanal district dates back to the Middle Ages, and it is surrounded by an abundance of nature. Our problem is that as of late, the city's orbital network has become unstable. In addition, suspicious individuals have been sighted leaving and entering the city.
Don't tell me it's... I know what you're thinking, but we can't assume that until we have all the facts, of which we have very little. Under normal circumstances, we would be well informed of the situation, as our country has deep ties with the Institute. Unfortunately, its director, who also happens to be Verne's CEO, has been notably unforthcoming as of late. That's strange. Isn't your country one of Verne's largest shareholders? Yes, it is. We are not their principal shareholder, but we still wield considerable influence over the company. Yet in spite of that fact, the CEO has been emphatically vague in response to our questions. We suspect he is merely buying time. For what though, I do not know, but his sudden shift in behavior indicates he's hiding something, hence my request to you. You're not giving me much to work with here. And if you're looking for technical experts, you've come to the wrong place. I beg to differ. After all, you have one of Marduk's very own concierge in your employ. Also, a little birdie told me you're testing some revolutionary new technology at present. Oh, you mean that Simu thingy? It's still undergoing testing, but we plan to reveal it to the public eventually. Good to hear. I'll most certainly be looking forward to it. Anyhow, if we took our request to the guild, it'd land at the bottom of their list of priorities, given that no civilian casualties have occurred. Also, much like the police, they're as wary as a fox with these sort of mysteries. Right, and if we're on the job, we can deal with any problems that you'd rather keep away from the public eye. The conditions are fair, but you better be willing to pay top mirror for our services, so we can count us out. Oh, you needn't worry there. If anything, that makes you more trustworthy in my book. Is that a fact? Well, I think we should definitely consider taking this on, especially if Almata is involved. If possible, I'd like to ask one thing before we agree to take this on. What's the CID's connection to this case? You haven't been upfront about that. Oh, ever the sharp one. Verne and the Institute are currently part of two national projects. One of them is for making the Cypher standard available to the general public, both at home and abroad. The technology is a national secret, so our involvement should be no surprise. Makes sense. Gotta stay on top of any leaks and scandals so they don't slip through the cracks. What about the other project? Classified. Ah, come on. Boo. Even I don't know the specifics there, so I'm in the same boat as you all. I did try pressing the president for details, but he simply wouldn't budge. Apologies, but that's all the more reason why I cannot divulge any information about the project. The point is, there are many reasons for our involvement. This all sounds fishy as hell, but whatever, get on with it. As you wish, the issue of the Cypher Standards funding source also needs to be addressed. And I will delegate that task to your group chief and concierge. Huh? What do you mean? Since when did you become my boss? Fine, I'll explain. Cypher being Vern's 6th generation combat orbment is common knowledge at this point. But there's a little known fact about the project's humble beginnings. It got a massive capital injection from an interested party. And that party just so happens to be the Valis Investment Bank, which as it so happens is also the largest shareholder of Marduk, my employer. I see. Sure feels like I'm hearing the name Valis a lot lately. Valis? Oh, as in the city-state? Correct. It's a giant port city in the Central East. It may not have much land, but through trade in the South Sea, its people amassed a great fortune, which they are investing all over the continent. They're both our allies and our competitors. The Valis Investment Bank is owned by them. So you're trying to drag our asses into a Central Eastern turf war, also we can be your eyes and ears. Well, I guess they could be sending in their own spies, especially with state-level secrets up for grabs. In short, you want us to investigate a highly complex situation from a neutral standpoint and get to the bottom of what's happening there. Does that about sum it up? I'll give you an 85 for that answer. In the event that Valis attempts to interfere, we would also like you to act as a mediator. You got us all mapped out. Mediation is not one of our specialities, unfortunately, so I'm not certain if we are your best option for that. On the contrary, I think you all are our safest bet on that front. Should you take our request, you will stay in Basel for 3 days. I'm sure there will be other 4 SPGs you can juggle at the same time. We can't expect you to leave at once, but it would be best if you departed within the next few days. Wait. Alright, we'll give it some thought when we get back. Can't make any promises. I understand. We won't be out of options if you refuse. The CID never puts all its eggs in one basket. Regardless, everything we told you is strictly confidential. Though I think a rather unexpected issue might work in our favor here. Everyone's in the know. After that, Prince Sherid and Kincaid saw them back to their office. Once they arrived, they enjoyed dinner at Montmartre before gathering to discuss the Crown Prince's request. Take it you ain't heard a thing about all this from your own company. I'm naturally aware of the plan to make the Cypher Standard available to the masses, but not about problems in Basel. If A really is involved, I would have expected to have already been informed. Gotcha. Does sound like something that'd take us 3 days either way. But if we're looking into things at Vern and the Institute, we're going to need to work mostly weekdays. But that would mean Agnès... Actually, the timing here is rather perfect. You see... Wow, high school here sounds real fun. Trust a big school in the capital to bust out the fancy trips. Aramis is all about its students thinking for themselves, so something like this makes sense. Bet you'll have reports to write for days about it too. Yes, actually, some of my friends who came here the other day are considering Basel too. I was interested to go myself, but I wasn't sure whether or not that was the best decision. But you would be leaving next Thursday for 3 days, the timing matches up splendidly. It's almost as if Arusha wants this to happen. Oh, not that I think my personal circumstances should push us into taking this on, of course. Of course. But that goes both ways. You're a student first, so don't go forcing your decision to line up with our job. Even if we do end up in the same general place, your studies might mean we won't even see each other. Well, I suppose that's true. But that still kinda hurts. Huh? That's rich coming from the guy who always decides where to go based on who will shove a dessert down his throat. Speaking of which, what are we going to find in Basel on that front? Excellent question. A baked tart called an Engadin is probably the most famous. It's made of walnuts and honey nougat, and it has a simple but mellow taste that's just... I suppose Van's right. I need to make up my own mind about what to do. Otherwise, my great-grandfather would never... Or Dad, for that matter. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you concern. Not at all. I don't think anyone could blame you for feeling conflicted here. But should we end up going to the same place, rest assured that I will do all I can to support you. She is way too perceptive. Thank you, but why... Oh! No way. We literally now have a trouble sensor going off. Well, I have to take the job, no matter what. I'll speak to my friends at school tomorrow. But if you could work under the assumption we'll all be going and prepare accordingly. Got it, but don't forget that I'm a student first and foremost, right? I won't. I'll make this work so I can handle my obligations properly, both here and at school. Well, good night. Yeah, night. So I guess we'll be leaving next Thursday, same day as Aramis. But Naje and the Prince just dumped this on us, so they can wait until tomorrow for an answer. Still, she's sure looking brighter than when I met her. With how much she's got weighing on her, I'm sure she's still got a lot to work through. But I'll look out for her as best as I can, being her boss and all. Man, that sure was a day. Guess I'll go for a walk to wind down before bed. It's night action! Night action! There's a quest on Station Street. We can only go to Tyrell, Station Street and Riverside. Is it the full Tyrell? It's the full Tyrell this time. Last time we could only go to the cinema. So actually there's 4 whole locations for us to sweep this time. Of course, there's generally less people in the street, he says, lying out of his teeth. So the other thing is above us, but I don't want to go up there where the key event is. I guess we'll come back to do the top bits of this later. And we start. That Victor's a whiny old coot. Ain't even broke 60 and he's belly aching about his back, the little ninny. And youngsters these days are also lazy. It's all cars and trains and public transportation for them. Public transportation is good, if not peace-meddling. Back in my day, we walked and we liked it. I like walking. It was good exercise. You didn't need no road or subway line to get what you wanted. Oh, sure. Let me just walk to Vantel from here. Not impractical at all when a car can get me there in minutes. You kids in your cars, bah. Bunch of softy drivel turning your legs to mush. You keep driving everywhere and the kids will be able to outrun you. The kids will drive too. Really killing me tonight. You're back again. You really want to take a break? Isn't that... Oh, damn it. I hate this Asian thing. Pull yourself together, Victor. As long as Yume's still small enough to fit in my arms, I've got to keep this bistro going. Oh, and actually like that, he's set for life. I went for a run this week and managed to pull a muscle in my back that caused massive back spasms and other problems that I will not go into. It was not a fun week. Damn it, trying to be healthy making you worse. We're back. It's still twinging now. Nights are getting colder. That's probably what it is. Makes my back act up. But I can sleep when I'm dead. Gotta care for Yume until she can take care of herself. You sure you got that much left in the tank?
Pick something already. Take care out there.
I need to visit my own kitchen to cook my special toast. They won't let me work here. Oh no, an evil wolf! Little pig, let me come in. No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin, said the little piggy. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your straw house down. Grrr! Ah, Mummy's a really scary wolf. Watch out, you may. I'm gonna eat you. No, don't eat me. Just go back to reading the story, please. Man, she just does it all. Diva? More like divine. She can read me a bedtime story anytime.
Well?
Oh, good to see you, Van. Care to join you, mate, for some playtime? I'm sure she'd be delighted. I'm good. Kiddo will have me here all night. I got work to do. I got work to do. Walking around. Wolves don't scare me. If I find any, I'll whoop their butts. You're pretty spunky, ain't you? Don't let me down. I went to catch a movie for the first time in a while, and my goodness, it shook me to my core. My heart is still racing. I've worked up an appetite even. Steak sounds quite nice to me. Now we got to the steak from there. We should always check out shops just in case you have a night menu. Right, we'll leave the upstairs places for the future. Where's Etoile?
How is it this late?
I have 3 free time slots?
What's next?
And 4 people to visit. Oh, unknown. Well, I can tell it's most likely... There's a street musician that's quickly become the talk of the town over at the harbour. Rumour has it they'll be playing over by the station tonight. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious, so maybe I'll drop in if I have the time. And a secret meeting with Prince Sherid as well. Teaching Yume chess. And going out with Fairy shopping for refreshments. I feel like maybe we should do the special one. Ooh, should we do this before we get sweeping? Van made his way over to the station to see a street musician performance. I can see why people have been raving about her. She's pretty damn good. Wait, she looks kind of familiar. Is it the blue hair that does it? That's literally the same as yours nearly.
Thank you, everyone. I love you. I hope we meet again.
You were great today. I can't wait to hear your next song. I'll be back again for sure. Sorry, but I'm done for today. Just here to say I liked your performance. Ever thought of putting a single out? It sound like hotcakes for sure. Thanks for the vote of confidence. However, there's no shortage of capable artists out there who can write and perform at my level. The music industry is hard to break into. That's definitely true for no-name artists. But you and I both know your songs would take the world by storm if you used your real name. Does the hat say disguise? Let's continue this conversation elsewhere, shall we? I'm surprised you saw through my disguise. I even changed the tone of my voice. How'd you know it was me? This mostly came down to luck. I wasn't 100% sure myself. If I only knew you from your movie, you should have had me fooled for sure. But I've seen you up close and personal several times at this point. Oh, I need to get my act together. I've never been found out before now, so maybe I was getting a little careless. So you like doing stuff like this? I do. I enjoy going out in disguise from time to time. It makes for good practice as well. Well, to be completely honest, it's a better disguise than your rival. When I'm on a set, everyone knows I'm playing a part. But when I'm out in the wild, I can take on any role I want, and no one would know I'm acting. It's made for a fun little hobby. So you're acting on the clock and in your downtime. Damn, talk about being dedicated to your craft. I suppose I just can't get enough of it. Although it mostly stems from a complex I've had since I was a child, I don't exactly have a distinct self. Perhaps that's why I've always wanted to act like someone else, and why I ultimately gravitated to acting. Or maybe I just wanted something that helped me avert my eyes from that uncomfortable truth. My motivation for choosing this career path is purely selfish. I'm sure my fans would be let down if they knew. I wouldn't call it that selfish. It's normal to want to change something you don't like about yourself. You think so? I know so. I said your hobby's only going to get harder the higher up you get on the ladder of fame. But I doubt you need me to tell you that. Yes, I know that all too well. The risk of me getting recognized will only grow as I get more famous. But the mountain challenge will only serve to make success all the more sweet. All that talk about you not having a distinct self was a big fat lie. What do you... You said it yourself. The challenge makes success all the more sweet. Those are the words of someone who gets fired up when the odds are stacked against them. That's a pretty unique quality, and it's one that no one I know has. It's not half as unique as your willingness to turn people's words against them. Hey, I'm just trying to help a friend believe in themselves a little. Oh, I know. I'm only teasing you a little. Really though, thank you. I feel better about this now. Glad to help. Anyway, please don't tell anyone about this hobby of mine. I'd like it to be our special little secret. Sure thing. She really knows how to knock you off your feet. Guess she ain't an award-winning actress for nothing. After Nina departed, Ivan resumed his patrol once more.
Now, who should I be next?
Who should I be next? Be
See
me,
if
be
you
me.
can spot me next time.
Shave your head off. Shave your whole head, your hair. An absorbing talent. Van's dex is +3. Thanks for the follow there, last reptilian. As I'm getting closer. Oh, I'll reach 4-star tonight then. Getting in touch with myself. Wait, what? Why me? You don't want someone else to draw the jacket cover? Yeah, it was always going to be you. Yeah, I want it to be you. It has to be. Look, I get I drew a lot back in school and it'd be fun to do some promo like that, but... Jess? Man, it bugs me when he goes all quiet out of nowhere. I just can't tell what he's thinking. This could make or break his new record. It's a really big deal. Am I really the right guy for the job?
Well,
Give me some time to think it over. I don't know what to say. Alright, I just don't see anyone else being fit for the job. Stubborn as ever. He never changes. Those two.
How is it this late? Why, hello.
Carrots, potatoes, artichoke. What else was there? Can you hold more for me, Harry? I was going to buy some milk and a baguette for breakfast. Hey, come on, Mart. Let's go. What are you doing over there? Dinner soon. We're going to leave you behind if you don't catch up. He's looking at the crisps. Harry and I have been getting the groceries together recently. He's really strong, so he carries most of the bags. I'm kind of jealous. Why don't I make up for it in smarts? He always forgets what to buy at the store, so I've got that on him. I've been living with Sheena's family for about a month now. It's so fun being able to play with her every day, and we get to do the shopping on the way home too. Sheena's got a really good memory. She always remembers what we need to get after we're done playing. Sheena and Harry have been going to the grocery store by themselves lately. They kind of remind me of Mum and Dad. I wonder if they'll buy some candy too. You're the kid then. What's Eddie gone and got himself into now? I heard he was in some kind of incident. Somehow, he's managed to bag himself an heiress to a bank. So, he's actually randomly scored. You shouldn't worry too much about your son. And he's out of the gang. How much does he want to make his poor mum worry? I just wish he'd come back home and talk to me for once in his life. Though I know he wouldn't listen to a damn thing I have to say.
Looking is always free, you know.
Your
Come
boy
back
has
for more
randomly,
anytime.
ridiculously scored. Luck Central. I could barely stand being at home anymore, so I slipped out. What's so important about this stupid exam? It doesn't prove anything. Hell, why am I trying so hard to get into Aramis anyway? I mean, point of pride for yourself, right? If it is the best. Do it for yourself, not because your parents want.
all right.
That's upstairs, isn't it? I see. Another special class, you say? With a guest teacher this time. Yes, exactly. I was trying to figure out how we can make history class more interesting. No. No. Do not make me do it. These are the signs that we have to beware. They're thinking about bringing in a guest teacher before SPG gets posted. Oh no. I thought that perhaps if they had a teacher they knew and got along with, they would be more curious to learn. Oh no, it sounds more like me again. Now I think that's a wonderful idea, Miriam. I can always trust you to keep their best interests in mind. Such a lesson plan would likely require a fair bit of work, but I trust you can handle it. Best of luck, sister. I will. Thank you so much, Father.
Alrighty.
Oh, thank heavens. I was worrying all for nothing. However, seeing how kind Father Nikolai was, did strike me as a bit odd. It felt as if he had other motives. Very mysterious he is. Sister Miria is a wonderful teacher, truly. Her care for her students is immediately evident. I'm certain that her class will teach them much. I look forward to watching her. Suspicious. And worrying. I come home after my first day of work and Zora just brushes me off. Fine then. She doesn't want to talk to her husband. I don't want to talk to my wife. Maybe I'll just take the damn living room for myself. See what she thinks of that. Curtis barely shows his face around here these days. Huh. Kid wants to blow me off. I'll give him the cold shoulder too. This guy is a healthy individual. I wish that sad sack in the living room would get up and move. Shall I just bring them some papers to sign at this point? Who does he take himself for? He only has himself to blame for his demotion. No sub-story will change his fortunes. If he's so content to just drift in the doldrums of mediocrity, then why should I placate him? He should make himself useful and leave. Worst family in Trails. Hate going in there and talking. He's always a right downer. Oh, Anya, you've got a good head on your shoulders and a knack for math like nobody I've ever seen. So tell you what, how about you help with my article for next year's economic outlook? Exciting, huh? No way, Jose. That's your job. You shouldn't need a little kid to help you write your paper. Do it yourself, why don't you? Denied. Oh, the humanity. Man, you never change, do you? To be honest, he's giving you a leg up on what appears to be an incredibly lucrative career. Old Huck has a ton of stories to tell. He's kind of like a grandpa, but then he's the president of that big investment company too. He's kind of weird like that. Anya's got a bright future ahead of her. I wanted to give her some experience handling this sort of thing, but maybe it's too early. There'll be another time. There will be another time indeed, but he's really trying to give you an in when he sees your mathematical skills and your interest in it.
Stepping inside?
Yes, I have to have a bath. It's custom. I have to have the morning bath and the nighttime bath.
This is perfect.
That's how it works. It gives me a bit to rehydrate as well while he's literally getting perfect skin hydration at all times.
On top of the world!
Make sure you don't catch a cold.
Probably the biggest monetary expense Van can cut out of his life aside from sweets.
Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
Rebecca's been talking about trying to get over her anxiety. Maybe this is the year she finally gets some fresh air. The thing has been 10 years since she went outside. I can barely remember it. I really worry for her sometimes. It's just that anxiety makes it hard for her to interact with people. That's the big thing. I just don't know what to do. I don't want to coddle her too much, but all the same, she really can't carry on like this. But maybe I'm just getting too worked up about it myself. Alright, almost forgot. That new Kitty engine update drops today. I'd better get that installed. That's a secret mode you can toggle and it lets you do some really nifty stuff. Kitty engine.
Do you know what you want?
Kitty engine.
I hope to see you again. I hope to see you again.
Whenever something gets me curious, I can look it up on the Orbital net. It's so ridiculously useful. I've got tons and tons of papers and articles all at my fingertips. But the net doesn't cover everything. Some topics come up that I just can't find any dirt on. There's one article I wish I could learn more about. If only I could ask the author. Maybe if you...
Ask me anything.
Went
Really?
out. That's probably the answer there. Oh, I'm down to 76 fire again.
Come again, if you want.
I just need more fire, Sepith. Right, so we will leave talking to the people in Arkride Solutions' housing situation for now, and I guess we'll head on to Station Street. Why don't I just use that menu instead of walking 2 centimeters forward?
Off we go.
Think about doing a quest in the near future, which is right there to all these people. No taxi. Let's avoid that for now and
One bullet can change your fate.
hear about one bullet that can change my
A wide
fate.
variety of fine goods for sale.
Did Marguerite go home already? Here I was hoping to
you
ask her
enjoy
for some more
shopping
hot
with us.
tips on finding a hot man with an even hotter bank account. Oh well, I see her here at the department store all the time, so it's not like I can't ask next time. To be honest, a hot bank account makes it sound like illegally about to be retaken back.
I'm proud of all my wares. It's been a pleasure. I'm proud. It's been a pleasure.
Ilhan didn't realize that Administrator Wesley was, well, the administrator for the store right across the street.
Thank you for visiting
Wesley's
the
a
Weston
great
Department
administrator,
Store.
sure, but he could work a little on his people skills.
Our
But I
stores have a
digress.
wide variety
Taking
of fine
advantage of
goods
the
for sale.
unused rooftop area was a great idea. Even I didn't know about it.
hope you enjoy
I've worked here
shopping
for
with us.
30 years. 30! By the way, Van, ever thought about investing in a business? To be specific, my business. My business, okay. You have been taking a lot of requests. You've got to be loaded, right? What do you say to pumping a little cash into my business? As if. Not with all the part-timers I got. Everyone but Agnès has rent to pay, and that ain't cheap. Got to
Thank
pay
you
them
for
all a
visiting
livable
the
wage.
Weston Department Store.
Look at you acting like a boss. You could
Our
almost
stores
pass as the
have a
proper
wide
business.
variety of
The
fine
fact that
goods
he's
for
like,
sale.
I'm not cutting costs, I'm paying them a living wage, is like
We
crazy.
hope you enjoy shopping with us.
Shut it. Speaking of dough, shouldn't you be the one that's rolling in it with that recent promotion you got? Oh no, not at all. I owe this pharmacy so much for all they've done for me. I asked them to keep my salary the same, in fact. Once I get my business up and running, then all the mirror will come rolling in. You made the right choice quitting martial arts. The true business style suits you better. What a fun day. It's not every day I get to see you behave like a proper boss, you know? And do think on that
Thank
business
you for
proposal I
visiting the
mentioned. You'll get a
Weston
10%
Department
return
Store.
on investment. You're such a sly little shit.
Our stores
Does
have
anything
a wide
catch your eye?
variety of fine goods for sale.
I hope I see you again.
We hope you enjoy shopping
Nice
with
to meet
us.
you. My name is Milty. I'll start working in the department store next week. I stopped by to finish making some arrangements. Well, that was the plan anyway. Looks like the boss is busy right now. Might have to do some window shopping to kill time. Oh, Marielle's here. Congratulations, you're our 1000th customer this month. Here's your gift certificate. We're doing a special offer at the moment. Oh, really? Yay! I had to love my Farbad report
Thank you
too.
for
One
visiting
lucky
the
thing
Weston
after the other.
Department Store.
At this rate, I might even be able to find Dingo.
Our stores
That
have
just
a wide
finds you
variety of
everywhere.
Fine goods for sale.
Where's Dingo?
We hope you enjoy
Dingo
shopping
really
with
helped
us.
me out with the whole Farbad situation. I wanted to tell him how impressed my editor was with the report. Her entire life is spent searching for Dingo and occasionally doing work near Dingo. Fancy seeing you here, Spriggan. Right back at you. You looking for weapons today? Or are you looking at the buyers instead? I've frequented this shop for my gun maintenance and customization since the old owner was
Thank
still
you
in
for
charge.
visiting the Weston
Possession of
Department Store.
firearms is permitted under Republic law for the purpose of self-defense.
Our stores
Though
have
you need a
wide
license to be a
variety
gun
fine
owner, of
goods for
course,
sale.
not that you even use one. And speaking of, what are you doing here,
We
Spriggan?
hope you enjoy
Just
shopping
looking for
with
custom
us.
parts, something that'll fit a self-defense baton. Got to shell out for my assistance, you know, even if the costs are starting to pile up. Yeah, it's shameless, you know that? Do you have any idea what kind of authority I hold? But forget it. Let's put the fact that you're dragging a bunch of civvies around with you on the back burner for the moment. You should at least put some thought into upgrading your equipment. Trouble could strike at any moment, and it's dangerous to be unprepared. Yeah, don't need you to tell me to be careful.
Thank you for
Well, aren't you a
visiting the
softie?
Weston Department
Knew there was a
Store.
nice side to you. What's that smirk for? For your information,
Our
I...
stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale. We hope
Hey,
you
honey,
enjoy
what's
shopping
wrong?
with us.
Oh, I'm already done for the day. I just stopped by one of the stores in front of the station. I'll be back home soon, don't worry. I'll even stop by for one of Gigi's favorite cupcakes on the way. Huh? No? Maybe a bagel then? Yeah. Love you. See you later. What, you got a problem? No, not at all. That your wife, I'm guessing. Didn't know you had a daughter either. Look at you playing the family man. Watch
Thank
it,
you for
Spriggan.
visiting
Stay
the
far,
Weston
far away
Department
from my
Store.
personal life. If you're looking for a gift, I can vouch for the new
Our
cheesecakes
stores
that got in
have a
stock
wide variety
downstairs.
of fine
Just
goods
saying.
for sale.
Nice and sweet. Lemon flavor too. Guarantee the kiddo's gonna
We
love
hope you
them.
enjoy shopping with us.
Cheesecake. Now that's an idea. Not that I was asking for your opinion. You'll start straightening up one day when you have a family. With one on the line, you just don't get to do whatever you want. But I'm gonna give it to you. The cheesecakes might be a good idea to cheer Gigi up. Even the SID top dogs go all soft for their family, huh? Yeah. What do you expect? They get home and they start like interrogating their family or something. You will talk.
Thank you for
How was your
visiting
day
the
at school?
Weston Department Store.
What do you need?